Please be careful what you wish for. Welcome to the Grandpa Channel. I'm Steve Harris, but my grandkids call me Rivers. Here we ask a simple question. What did life teach you the hard way? Because a lifetime reveals things you can't learn any other way. On this show, we sit down with people who've lived a little, stumbled a little, and learned a few things along the way. So pull up a chair, because what a lifetime reveals can steady another. My wife is a twin. My grandmother was an identical twin. In my grandmother's family, there were two additional sets of twins, identical twins. I guess I shouldn't have been too surprised 34 years ago when we were told that multiples were on their way to join our already good-sized family of 4 children. We weren't well prepared for the news of triplets. But then again, who would be? To make a long story short, our triplets, Abigail, Eliza, and Andrew, are happy, healthy, and well-adjusted 34-year-olds. We were extremely lucky. The triplets have been very healthy, and my sainted wife survived a very grueling and death-defying pregnancy. These last 34 years have been a wild but lovely ride. Apparently, there are many people who would love to have multiples. I wish I had $1 for every time someone has told us that they would love to have triplets. I could have paid cash for all of my kids' orthodontia work. Total strangers, I mean total strangers, ask us all the time whether we had the triplets naturally or whether the triplets were pharmacologically enticed into making an appearance on planet Earth. You know, maybe I'm just a hothouse flower, but isn't that a pretty personal question? Depending on how cheeky I'm feeling at the time, I sometimes respond to this "you gotta be kidding me" kind of question with the line of, well, I am incredibly virile, but I digress. Please be careful what you wish for. In the beginning, we were feeding the triplets every 3 hours around the clock. We were also going through well over 700 diapers a month. A nice side benefit of all these soiled diapers was that dogs never bothered our garbage cans. That being said, at times our garage was unspeakably foul-smelling. We had tons and tons of help from family and friends during the first few years, but most of the time my wife and I were just both bone tired. Parents of twins marveled at our ability to handle triplets, and we, parents of triplets, marveled at the ability of parents of quadruplets to handle their brood. Going from twins to triplets and from triplets to quadruplets is exponentially more difficult. Some parents of quadruplets told us a very funny story. One day they were at the grocery store going through the checkout line when a not-too-bright grocery checker spied their quadruplets in the shopping cart. She silently counted them in her muddled mind, and then she sweetly asked, "Are these quadriplegics?" It has been our experience that each of our toddlers had a bewitching hour during the late afternoon or early evening when they were particularly cranky and hard to comfort or calm. For our kids, this seemed to occur sometime between, say, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Having one cranky, out-of-sorts toddler can really try your patience, but try having 3 cranky tots at the same time. Serenity now, baby. A trio of otherwise charming rugrats can create a cacophony of chaos that can drive even the strongest amongst us straight to the nearest loony bin. Luckily for us, a veteran parent of triplets told us about the magical idea of car seat theater. What exactly is car seat theater, you ask? Let me explain. When the bewitching hour for our trio of toddlers seemed to be fast approaching, we quickly gathered all 3 car seats from our Suburban and placed the car seats about 10 feet in front of the television, side by side. We then adroitly snatched each of our whiny butt toddlers and quickly snapped them into their car seats on the floor. With virtually no wasted motion, a Disney video was then inserted in the VCR. The captive audience of cantankerous tots is soon thoroughly engrossed with Dumbo and Bambi, so that serenity, blessed serenity, makes its belated reappearance. Voila! This idea was money. All of us are, at one time or another, recipients of little or not so little helpful hints from Heloise, like car seat theater, that make our cranky and difficult times of our lives just a little bit easier. I'd like to thank all of the people in my life who've made my life easier. Thank you for sharing your life experiences, all of your helpful hints from Heloise in order to make my life easier. Okay, buckle up and let's watch some Dumbo. One thing that stayed with me while reflecting on those years is how many people helped us along the way. When you're in the middle of raising children, working hard, and simply trying to keep up, it's easy to focus on what's exhausting. Looking back now, what I remember most are the people who showed up. The friend who shared an idea, the family member who lent a hand, the neighbor who made a difficult season just a little bit easier. I'm grateful for all of them. If you'd like to sit with this a little longer, there's another conversation this week about the people who quietly shape our lives in ways we don't always recognize at the time. And if you'd like a place to reflect upon stories like these a little longer, we've got a place for that too.